Hello everyone, and welcome to Cineverse. Today, I'll be diving into the chilling mystery of The Midnight Man, 2016. This horror thriller takes us into a terrifying game where fear itself can be deadly. So, without further delay, let's begin. So, the film begins, and it's the year 1953. In the darkness of the night, the kids are playing a weird game. All of a sudden, their candle goes out and their stuff starts falling from behind. All three of them are scared. Within 10 seconds, they light their candles again. One of them says, "It's 3:33 at night. This game is over. I'm not playing it." As soon as he says that, he hears a scary voice, which tells him that the game is not over yet. Hearing this, a girl gets really scared and lets the candle go out. After this, we see a lot of blood flowing there, meaning the demon that these kids summoned through this game has taken the girl's life. The other two kids are also terrified after witnessing this. They get up and run downstairs. When they look at the clock, they realize it's still 3:30, 3 minutes left for the game to end. Afraid, a boy runs out of the house. Anna warns him not to break the rules, saying, "We'll get into trouble." But when the boy doesn't listen, the consequences are severe. The demon that had killed their friend earlier also tears his body apart and kills him. Only Anna survives. She runs back inside the house, after which the door closes by itself. Years pass by, and we are shown an older Anna, who now lives in the same house with her granddaughter, Alex. One night, Alex hears strange, scary noises coming from Anna's room. When she goes to check, Anna is sitting there very comfortably. When Alex turns to leave, Anna asks her, "Can you get me my mirror? It's in the attic. I haven't seen it since childhood." Alex finds this strange, but she goes to the attic anyway to get her grandma's mirror. As soon as she enters, someone scares her. A figure is standing under a white sheet, but as soon as she removes the sheet, she realizes it's just a statue. Now, she approaches a chest in the attic and opens it. Inside it, she found a lot of things: a gun, some bullets, a box tied with strange ropes, and among them, the mirror. She was just checking the mirror when suddenly someone came up behind her and stood there. It was none other than her friend, whom Alex already knew. But she was so lost in her work that she didn't even react at first. Now, both of them start looking at all these things together. Miles focuses on the box tied with the rope and decides to open it. When he does, he finds a lot of strange items inside. Some candles, a piece of paper with several people's names written on it, along with their bloodstains. Among these names, Anna's name was also written. Seeing this, Alex finds it a little unsettling. There were also some photos in the box. On the back of each photo, the names of the people were written, along with notes about their fears. As she was examining all this, Anna suddenly appeared and started shouting at them. What was the need? "Why did you open this game box?" she yelled. While scolding them, Anna suddenly collapsed and lost consciousness. Both of them panicked and immediately called the doctor. This doctor was Anna's childhood friend, and since Anna had been sick, he had been treating her. The doctor tells them Anna needs rest. Let her get as much rest as possible, and she must not go to the attic at all. The accident that happened to her in childhood. She has never been able to forget it. Both Alex and Miles listen carefully. Meanwhile, as soon as the doctor and nurse leave the room after giving Anna an injection, Anna opens her eyes, as if nothing had happened to her. Then, she gets up and locks herself inside a closet. The doctor and nurse leave the house. After their departure, Alex and Miles start talking. Who exactly were they talking about? What is in this box that scares them so much? Curious, they go back to the attic and open the same box again. This time, they find an instruction page inside. After reading it, they learn that they have to write their names on the paper and add their blood to it. After that, they had to light a candle and turn off all the lights in the house. They followed the instructions and placed the page on their main door. Then, they knocked on the door 22 times, ensuring that their last knock landed exactly at midnight. As Alex was knocking, Anna, who was locked in the closet, was growing more and more frightened. But at exactly 12 o'clock, she suddenly started laughing in a strange, eerie way. After that, Alex and Miles read the instruction page again. It stated that the Midnight Man had now entered the house. Their goal was to survive until 3:33 a.m. This was a survival game. However, the page seemed incomplete. They needed to find the remaining half to know the rest of the instructions. To find it, Miles went up to the attic, while Alex started hearing strange noises coming from Anna's room. Concerned, he went to check, but Anna was nowhere to be found. Seeing this, Alex became uneasy. He placed his candle aside, opened the bathroom door, and started searching for her there. Meanwhile, in the attic, Miles found the missing instruction page. It contained a critical warning. Do not let your candle go out. If it does, you must relight it within 10 seconds. Otherwise, the Midnight Man will show you such terrifying hallucinations that you will die of fear. Back in the bathroom, Alex, who was searching for Anna, didn't realize that her candle had been extinguished behind her. The Midnight Man had arrived, lurking in the shadows to terrify her. Just then, Anna suddenly appeared on her bed. Alex, now visibly frightened, turned around just as the demon picked her up and violently hurled her against the wall. She became stuck there as blood began to pour into the bathtub below. Alex, trapped in this horrific vision, struggled to escape. Meanwhile, outside, Anna was whispering something strange and unsettling. The moment she did this, blood started seeping from Alex's mouth in the bathroom. She screamed in terror. At that moment, Miles rushed in. He grabbed Alex's face and reassured her. "Alex, everything is fine. What you saw was just an illusion. The Midnight Man was making you see things that weren't real. There is nothing like that here." Hearing this, Alex comes to her senses and returns to normal. She quickly makes a circle of salt around herself and relights her candle. Miles then says, "I've found the remaining half of the instructions. According to them, we cannot stay in one place. We have to keep moving forward. We must not let our candles go out. And if they do, we need to return to this salt circle immediately, because it will protect us." He also explains that there is a way to get rid of the Midnight Man. If someone is not afraid of the illusions he creates, the Midnight Man will lose and disappear. Miles then decides, "I will go in front of him. No matter what happens, I won't be afraid. That way, he will run away, and we will survive this game." The only way to lure the Midnight Man to himself was to put out his candle. However, even after his candle remained extinguished for over 10 seconds, the Midnight Man did not appear. Miles stood there, watching intently, until suddenly the Midnight Man grabbed him from behind. A cold, shadowy hand forced itself into his mouth, pulling at it in a grotesque and painful manner. Miles struggled as the pain became unbearable. The Midnight Man whispered menacingly, "I know you are afraid of pain. That's why I'm giving you pain." Before Miles could react, the Midnight Man suddenly vanished, muttering, "Someone else is calling me. Someone else is playing this game." With his departure, both Alex and Miles breathed a sigh of relief. Just as they were trying to compose themselves, they heard the sound of the front door unlocking. Their friend Kylie had arrived, the one they had invited for a night out. Noticing their distressed expressions, she asked, "Why do you both look so worried?" They hesitated for a moment, but then explained everything about the game to Kylie. Surprisingly, instead of being scared, Kylie found the game intriguing. "This sounds interesting. I want to join in too." Alex and Miles desperately tried to stop her, but Kylie was stubborn. She wrote her name on the paper by the door and pressed her blood onto it. Just like that, she became a part of the game. Now, the three of them began walking around with their candles. As they moved through the house, Alex started recounting a painful memory from her past. She revealed that she had once witnessed her mother harming herself right in front of her, and before doing so, her mother had also asked Anna for the same mysterious mirror. This revelation made one thing chillingly clear. Alex's mother had played this very same game. As the three of them continue, their candles suddenly go out. They quickly relight them before the 10-second rule is up. However, water drips from above, extinguishing the candle of Alex's friend, leaving her unable to relight it. Realizing the danger, Alex and the others place her inside a protective circle of salt and assure her that they will bring more candles. They then leave, instructing her to stay inside the salt circle. Alone in the circle, Alex's friend boldly declares that she isn't afraid of the Midnight Man. Moments later, he appears before her, but is unable to harm or scare her due to the salt barrier. Frustrated, he tries to break the circle by throwing water at it. Seeing this, she quickly grabs soil from a nearby pot and pours it onto the floor, stopping the water just in time. This enrages the Midnight Man even more. In his fury, he throws an entire bucket of water at her, successfully erasing the salt circle. As soon as the barrier is broken, the Midnight Man shapeshifts into a giant rabbit, a manifestation of her childhood fear. She is horrified as she recalls that she once killed a rabbit as a child, and that guilt and fear still haunt her. Meanwhile, the doctor arrives at Alex's house, warning him that they've made a terrible mistake by playing this game. He reveals that years ago, when Alex's grandmother played the game, he was also present in the room, though he was too young to participate. His grandmother had instructed him to hide, so he listened, witnessing everything from the shadows. He tells Alex that after the game ended, only Anna survived, and she has been under the Midnight Man's control ever since. For the Midnight Man, this is all just a game, the doctor explains, and you are the players. Your grandmother Anna has been providing him with new players for years. Back inside the house, Alex's friend experiences terrifying visions, transporting her to her childhood home. She sees a lifeless body lying in her old bedroom. The Midnight Man appears beside her and whispers chillingly, "Your game is over." At the same time, Alex, the doctor, and Alex's boyfriend rush to find her, only to discover that her protective salt barrier is gone. They find her lifeless body, realizing she didn't survive the game. Determined to put an end to this nightmare, they decide to make one final stand. The three of them head to the attic and form a new salt circle. Alex and his boyfriend step inside while Anna suddenly arrives. Alex confronts his grandmother, demanding, "Why did you kill my mother?" Anna coldly responds, "I didn't kill her. She lost the game, and that was the price she paid." The doctor, standing outside the salt circle, refuses to enter. He explains, "The Midnight Man cannot kill me because I never participated in the game." Anna smirks. "That may be true," she says, "but I can kill you." Before he can react, she attacks and kills the doctor. Seeing this, Alex realizes how many innocent lives have been lost because of his grandmother. Filled with rage and determination, he takes out a gun and shoots her. Anna collapses, lifeless. Now, with Anna dead, the Midnight Man appears. However, he cannot harm Alex and his boyfriend because they remain safely inside the salt circle with their candles still burning. Alex glances at his watch. It's 3:30. Only 3 more minutes. This time, you will lose. The Midnight Man silently vanishes. They remain in the salt circle, counting the minutes until they are sure the game is over. When the clock strikes 4 o'clock, they finally step out, relieved. But then, they notice something strange. The doctor's wristwatch shows 3:02. Realization hits them like a wave of terror. The Midnight Man has tricked them. He manipulated all the clocks in the house, making them believe time had passed faster than it actually had. Before they can react, the Midnight Man appears in front of Alex's boyfriend. In an instant, he kills him. Then, he slowly turns to Alex, whispering the chilling words, "The game is over." The story leaves us with an eerie question. Was Alex killed, or has he now become the next servant of the Midnight Man, just like his grandmother Anna? If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to share it with your friends and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And for more exciting movie explanations, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Take care, and thanks for watching.